Imagine walking through rolling hills, where orchards once stretched as far as the eye could see. The air smells sweet with the fragrance of apricots and prunes, and the land is fertile, brimming with opportunity. This was Silicon Valley, but not as you know it today. This valley, now home to tech titans like Apple, Google, and Tesla, once fed the world with its agricultural bounty. Yet behind every twist in history, a new chapter waited to be written. And this chapter? It was about revolutionizing the world of technology. In the late 1800s, Silicon Valley was nothing like the innovation hub we see today. It was a quiet agricultural paradise. Orchards of apricots and prunes dominated the landscape. People moved to the region, drawn by the rich soil and warm climate, hoping to build a future from the earth. But the seeds planted here would eventually sprout into something far beyond agriculture. One of the key figures in this early story was Leland Stanford, a businessman and philanthropist, who would eventually make his mark in the world of higher education. In 1885, he founded Stanford University, an institution that would one day become the birthplace of Silicon Valley's technological explosion. Stanford's vision wasn't just about cultivating a workforce. It was about fostering innovation, and little did he know, he was planting the seeds for a revolution in technology. But it wasn't Stanford's university alone that would push this sleepy valley into the future. After World War II, the United States was eager to harness technological advancements for military and civilian purposes. The government poured resources into research and development, and Stanford University became a vital player. One of the key players was William Shockley, a physicist who developed the first practical transistor, the cornerstone of modern electronics. Shockley established the Shockley Semiconductor Laboratory in 1956 in Mountain View, California, where some of the brightest minds of the time would lay the groundwork for what would become the heart of Silicon Valley. But not all those brilliant minds stuck around. Disagreements and tensions between Shockley and his employees led to a mass exodus from his lab. These former employees would go on to found companies that would drive the future of technology, Fairchild Semiconductor and later Intel. Their breakthrough innovations in semiconductors were the key to transforming Silicon Valley into what it is today. In the 1960s, the valley began to shift. The fertile fields that had once fed the world were now home to some of the brightest minds in electronics and computer science. In 1939, Bill Hewlett and Dave Packard founded Hewlett-Packard HP, one of the first major tech companies to emerge from the region. From their humble garage in Palo Alto, HP produced the world's first audio oscillator, which would go on to revolutionize the tech world. Then came the 1970s, a pivotal decade for Silicon Valley. Intel, founded by Robert Noyce and Gordon Moore, released the world's first microprocessor. This small but powerful chip would change the world by laying the foundation for personal computers. Meanwhile, the creation of Apple computers by Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak in 1976 marked a momentous occasion, the start of a personal computing revolution. The Apple I, built in Jobs' garage, was a far cry from the sleek, powerful devices we know today, but it was the spark that ignited the movement. The rise of Silicon Valley wasn't just about brilliant minds and groundbreaking inventions. It was about a culture of risk-taking and investment. Venture capitalists began to see the potential in this burgeoning tech ecosystem, and soon the valley became the ultimate breeding ground for startups. One of the most important early venture capital firms was Sequoia Capital, founded in 1972. Sequoia played a huge role in funding some of the valley's biggest success stories, including Apple, Google, and Oracle. The influx of venture capital allowed entrepreneurs to take risks, scale rapidly, and ultimately change the world. It wasn't long before Silicon Valley was on the map as the epicenter of technological innovation. By the late 1990s, companies like Google, Yahoo, and eBay were transforming the way people interacted with the internet. But not all was smooth sailing. The 1990s saw a massive influx of investment into the tech industry, leading to what became known as the dot-com bubble. With the rise of the internet, it seemed like every new company was poised to be the next big thing. Venture capital poured in, and companies like Pets.com and Wevin were born, all promising to change the world. But like all bubbles, the dot-com boom couldn't last. By 2000, the bubble burst, and the tech industry faced a major reckoning. Many companies folded, and the stock market suffered. Yet in the face of adversity, Silicon Valley's resilience shone through. While the dot-com crash wiped out many of the unprofitable startups, the companies that survived emerged stronger and more focused. Amazon, for example, despite its initial struggles, became a global powerhouse, transforming retail forever. And Google not only survived but emerged as a dominant player in the world of online search and advertising. Its growth propelled by a new vision of how people could access information. Fast forward to the 2000s, and Silicon Valley is no longer just an up-and-coming tech hub. It's the global leader in technology. The giants of the valley, Apple, Google, Facebook, and Tesla, dominate our lives. Apple, under Steve Jobs' leadership, introduced products like the iPod, iPhone, and iPad, each of which revolutionized entire industries. The iPhone alone changed how we communicate, work, and interact with the world, turning the smartphone into an indispensable part of daily life. At the same time, Google became the go-to source for information, indexing the web and making it accessible to anyone, anywhere. From search engines to artificial intelligence, Google has been at the forefront of technological innovation. Then there's Facebook, which started as a simple social network, but evolved into one of the largest platforms for global communication, data analysis, and advertising. And Tesla, led by Elon Musk, has not only redefined the automobile industry, but has also set its sights on space exploration, clean energy, and the future of transportation. While Silicon Valley remains the undisputed leader in tech, its influence now stretches across the globe. The innovations that originated in this small corner of California have shaped industries, influenced politics, and transformed how we live. The ripple effects are felt in every part of the world. But the valley isn't without its challenges. Silicon Valley's meteoric rise has led to growing inequality and gentrification. Housing prices have skyrocketed, making it harder for the average worker to live in the area. There are ethical concerns too, particularly surrounding privacy, data security, and the monopolistic power that some of these tech giants wield. Yet, despite these challenges, Silicon Valley continues to innovate. New technologies like artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and autonomous vehicles are on the horizon, and the valley is poised to continue shaping the future. Looking at the future, Silicon Valley's story is far from over. As we continue to push the boundaries of technology, the valley will no doubt remain at the center of it all. Whether it's creating the next generation of artificial intelligence or sending humans to Mars, Silicon Valley will continue to be the place where big ideas are born and the future is written. From its humble beginnings as a valley of orchards to its rise as the tech titan of the world, Silicon Valley has shown us that with vision, ambition, and a little bit of risk-taking, anything is possible. From orchards to tech giants, Silicon Valley's journey is one of transformation, ambition, and innovation. What started as fertile land of apricots and prunes gave birth to companies that now shape the world. But as we look ahead, what does the future hold for this iconic valley? Will new breakthroughs redefine our lives again? Or will challenges like inequality slow the march of progress? The next chapter is already unfolding. What role will you play in the ever-evolving tech landscape? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and bell icon for more.